Let's flip to the high priest.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Right. What were they thinking when their temple got destroyed?
Yeah. You mean when
they're scholars on the scriptures, right? And that's what.
And Jesus said that was going to happen.
Right. And then it happens.
Yeah.
Shortly after.
Well, I'm hoping that they saw an opportunity to.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve. How the heck are you doing?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
You know what's great about today?
This what?
That we're sitting outside in short sleeve.
That's
well,
it's still I've shortened it up, long sleeve, but I've shortened it up. But yeah, it's sunny.
We're not in multiple layers.
Spring is coming, right?
That's right.
Well, I'm Steve Wastenberg.
And I'm Steve Walsh.
And this is the Steve and Steve Show.
Yeah. Thanks for finding us and thanks for hitting play. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be a subscriber, and hit that bell so you can get notified when we publish another episode.
And you should like us. You should try to like us. Even if you don't like us, you should like us. So hit the like button on there. So, surprise topic.
Surprise topic.
Surprise topic.
The surprise topic is one of us knows the topic, but the other one doesn't. And today, you know the topic.
Yes. Well, this week, we often don't time these things, but this week it is Holy Week, and today is Holy Saturday. And so our topic is going to be on God. Just a gentle, light kind of topic, Steve. Yeah?
So I'm waiting for maybe a subtopic.
All right. Well, let me do it like this. So
and we are drinking crystal
water,
clear Rocky
crystal
Mountain
clear
water
again. But tomorrow, which is Easter Sunday, I'll probably be having something crystal clear, but probably won't be water.
You think
like a nice gin martini?
Oh, that kind of crystal.
Yeah, crystal clear. So I wanted to talk about. Steve and I are, full disclosure, whatever you want to call it, Catholic Christians. And so Is there
any other type of Catholic?
There is not another type of Catholic, you're right. We're Christians, and we're Catholic as well because that is that's good. So I wanted to talk about Holy Saturday. And what is it? Holy Saturday is the day after Jesus Christ was crucified, right? So all of us who are familiar with that story know the ending, which is Easter Sunday, right? However, the apostles and the disciples, if we were to go back and place ourselves in the feet of them, did they know the end of the story?
No.
So imagine that for a moment, Steve, that you've been following this. Some thought he was God, some thought maybe the Messiah, various different levels of belief at the time. But you've been following this person for 3 years and have seen miracles and seen, all kinds of cures and exorcisms and things that just really were magnificent, right? And your faith grew during this time. And then you see this horrific death on the cross. And try to imagine something that you've had in your life where you had a real loss and it was just a kind of a feeling of desolation. And multiply that by probably a lot if you place yourselves in the feet of these disciples who Jesus would say to them, "Come follow me, and I am the way, the truth, and the life." And now he's gone. And you might remember that he said, "I will rise again," but you likely, now on Saturday, he's gone. The people that crucified him, both the leadership in the Jewish tradition and the Romans, were probably coming after you next. Mm-hmm. So you have all of these things happening to you, and I try during this Holy Week to place myself on this Saturday into the feet of those disciples and what it must have been like, so that I can, at times I've been in desolation, where I just say, I just don't get any sense of your presence, God. Or, imagine what these people must have felt that day, Steve. There's no question there, is there? That was a story.
There's no question, right?
So I'm going to give you a question.
The prompting part for where I'm supposed to interject here.
I'm going to ask you.
So far, all sounds good to me.
I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like desolated in your life, where you just feel like, I'm just not feeling the presence of God in my life? Have you ever felt that kind of desert, if you will?
So, I'm sure I have. Certainly talking about Holy Week and then taking me to something else is probably a pretty darn hard transition.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ignore your question.
Okay, all right. Just start saying what you want to say about what I said then. Or about God in general.
I think if you want to talk about, the where we're at with Easter, right? Because I think, like right now, it's not Good Friday. It's Holy Saturday, but a lot of people don't think of it as Holy Saturday. They think of it as the day before Easter.
Right.
And it is 70-some degrees out.
Right.
And when we were driving back from the restaurant, there was a lot of people on that golf course.
Yep.
Right? So people are out enjoying their lives.
Like another day.
Just another day. Mm-hmm. Right? And in reality, back then, the people that were close to Jesus, that were in his lives, the disciples, both Marys, his mother, and Mary Magdalene, they're in mourning. Right?
Oh my!
They just lost them, and potentially being hunted because the association
with this man.
Right. So what the contrast is? Should we be in mourning today?
Well, so that was my point in terms of, we know the end of the story. Mm-hmm. They didn't. And so when you ask, should we be in mourning, is it genuine for us, knowing the end of the story, to be in mourning? Or for us, is it something that, look at that, we're getting beckoned by a little girl who is my granddaughter.
you let the little things.
Yeah, the little things distract me on this. But they said the children will do that. So, but are we, is it genuine for us in this moment to be in mourning when we know that tomorrow we're going to have the resurrection, which is what Jesus promised and what we long for, and all of this. So I think it's an interesting kind of idea of I want to go back and feel the kind of passion of the Triduum of Holy Week, and at the same time, we have to remember that Jesus died for our sins so that we could be resurrected, so that we could also be resurrected with him. So I'll throw it back at you. Should we be in mourning?
I don't know. That's the question I had for you.
I just gave you mine. What do you think? Do you think we should be in mourning?
I don't think he answered the question. Are you a politician?
No, I'm not a politician.
You didn't answer the question. You just kind of explained Holy Week a little bit more and then threw it back at me. And my truly was a legitimate question.
Okay, all right.
I don't have an answer for you as my answer because I was asking you.
A legitimate question. All right. So, yes, I think we should be in mourning. But I also think that, which is why I started this with the description of putting my feet in putting my feet in the shoes of the disciples and the apostles. That's how I will go into mourning.
So is it really mourning, or is it more of contemplation of what the small community that truly followed him and what they were experiencing and just kind of living in that moment versus really being in mourning, where mourning you're kind of like, there's kind of like a different sense of
right.
that.
Well, I think it's more of a sympathy and empathy kind of thing. So I think we actually can be, sympathy is, I haven't experienced what you've experienced, but I see everything you're going through and I am sympathetic towards you. Empathy is, I've experienced either what you've experienced or something like it, so I have a deeper sense of what you're going through. I think we can have empathy for the apostles that were there at the time by entering into imagining what their life must have been like on Holy Saturday. Because we've lost people, right? Mm-hmm. We've lost things. We've been in a desert and kind of the desolation of where are you, God, kind of stuff. So to answer your question, right, what's going on? Why is this happening to me, right? So to answer your question directly, yes, I think we should be, but it's almost like the drama of the Passion, like trying to enter into empathetically how those disciples and apostles were on this day, for example.
So let's take a little bit. Do you really?
Excellent. He's getting it now. Yeah, baby.
So do you really think that they were? Obviously, I think there was some fear of what. Am I going to be next, right? But do you think the motion of the loss is higher the day after than it would be like a couple? Because really the next one is the risen, the rising, right? Mm-hmm. But after that, for the apostles, the really next significant thing is Pentecost. Right?
Yes.
So that's a long period before that
50
happens.
days, yeah.
So. Like right now, so close to the crucifixion event being Holy Saturday, there's got to be the emotions of that loss had to have been pretty high. So maybe certainly some confusion, but then you kind of start thinking about the next few days after all. I mean, there's gonna be some joy tomorrow with
the resurrection.
Yeah, and then the 50 days till Pentecost, right, where they actually get a mission. So I think there's definitely it's a roller coaster ride for the apostles for the next.
Yeah, no, I think it is a roller coaster. Although I think the massive drop right now is that the roller coaster blew up today. Last night.
Yeah.
It's not even that there's a roller coaster now. It's like the whole thing collapsed and I'm on it. That's the way that Holy Saturday really. Think of the shock, Steve, that these guys went through. Imagining that who I thought was, for those that thought this, was God, the anointed one, just died. Everything that I believe for the last 3 years is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't a roller coaster. That's a freaking collapse. That's over, right? So now the kind of epiphany that comes from Easter when, oh, wow, he was telling the truth. He's resurrected. Now maybe there's some roller coaster that's kind of normal.
So let's flip to a different set of people.
Okay.
Let's flip to the high priest.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Right. What were they thinking when their temple got destroyed?
Yeah. You mean when
they're scholars on the scriptures, right? And that's what.
And Jesus said that was going to happen.
Right. And then it happens shortly after.
Well, I'm hoping that they saw an opportunity to repent.
So I was watching. I watched The Passion last night. Right?
Okay.
And when that part of the movie came in, I was thinking, wow, what are those guys thinking right now?
No doubt. Oh, no.
Like, what did I just do?
Right. And they probably did. And I'll bet you there were plenty of conversions right then and there. But we know human hearts can be massively hard because we know there were plenty of martyrs after that 50 days. And then the Christians who built up the church, there were plenty of martyrs that were, not just from, certainly not only from the Jewish side of things, and I don't mean to say that the Jews, I don't mean that at all. There were certain people that really persecuted those followers of Christ. So those people really didn't get, the resurrection. They didn't believe it even then,
Well, it's not. They didn't. The internet wasn't really working.
That's
all that.
true. The internet wasn't there.
So getting the news out was a bit.
Yeah. So now the internet solves it all. You're right.
Right. No drones or
No,
cameras
you're
everywhere.
right. Well, gosh darn, Steve, we could go on. We could drone on.
Yeah. So by the
For
time we
one.
actually publish this video,
Resurrection.
it will be Easter
It will.
afternoon.
It will be. That's pretty cool. You're listening to this. We're time machining here.
And I'm hoping that I can have all this put together before this afternoon.
That's a good
so that
point.
it's
If you
pre-published.
can't, we're pretty easy
So
going
maybe
on
it
this.
might be Monday.
It might be my Easter Monday, But we are definitely going to celebrate that, and we do have the privilege of knowing
Yeah.
that this is the resurrection.
So we like to have lessons
Yes.
or homework or something like that. So what would you have the audience want to do?
Seek God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul.
How about a simple
Oh,
thing that they can do right now? Like
now I don't know. So you're going to have to answer your question. I throw it back at you.
hitting the like button,
Oh,
commenting.
Right. Those are simple things. If you thought this was too deep, we're sorry.
Make sure you subscribe. We hope you at least enjoyed
hope you
our
come back. Make comments.
This is a typical conversation we would have over breakfast.
It is. Absolutely, it is.
Where we don't necessarily get to a specific point, but we definitely talk about different
Yeah.
things, and this would be one of the topics that we would explore a little bit. So
Hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I was nervous going into this one because the
surprise factor.
The surprise factor, and it's certainly a topic that touches everything in our lives. So, but it was a good topic.
Here's to it, and here's to the resurrection tomorrow.
Yep. Cheers. And happy Easter.